Come on, you know what I want. Yo, shout out to the Most High. It's always a high see when we win our Lord's State. You know what I'm saying? I'm L-Deez, also known Party Boy Lawrence, the motherfucking one, for another episode of I Need to Know, my special motherfucking guest. Introduce yourself, G.
You know what's happening, man. I'm Gary Payton from the town, man. They call me the Glove.
Okay. Hey, when you signed, you know what I'm saying? Didn't they give you a hat as soon as you signed?
Yeah, they gave me a little Seattle Supersonic hat. You got that?
No.
But you got. Oh, you got my sign with your shit.
You just got signed.
Yeah. All right, I'm signed. Shit, fuck. You want me to rock it? Yeah, look, I'm doing it like that. There, I'm with you.
For sure. So I want to talk about what year did you come out? High school in Oakland?
1986.
1986. Okay, so that was around the time when crack cocaine first dropped.
Everything.
Okay, so how was that?
You know, Oakland was a little different during that time, man. You know, that's when crack cocaine was just starting. Oakland was kind of, out there, and everybody was doing their thing in the hood, you know what I'm saying? And I had to, I grew up in the hood, I grew up around everybody, the L-Deez, the Ant Flowers, all them type of dudes, man. I was in the streets a little bit. But what was a good thing about it is that they let me be me. Okay. They let me be me, man. They stayed away from me, man. They seen a little dude like me trying to play basketball and do what I got to do, and they supported me more. And that's what I like about it. And when they supported me more, it was good. And then I had a father, too. A father that really, really took care of me, man. It was like my mentor. I didn't have a Gary Payton when I come back to the hood to look up to. I had my daddy to look up to. So now the young kids now, they got me to look up to because I come back to the hood because I made it out of here, and I'm trying to get them to understand that they can do the same thing.
Gotcha, and I know that you scoot up a little bit so we can hear you on it. Yeah. So I know that you come from a basketball family. Right. I know that. I know your brother and I know your nephew, Zarek.
Right.
Okay. How many people in your family made it pro, whether it's overseas or NBA or whatever?
Well, just after me, I think it's only my brother Brandon. He was the only one, so he was the only one to do it. That's the thing about coming up in Oakland, California. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of talented basketball players. I can name Hook Demetrius Mitchell for one, who was probably better than mostly all of us, But in your family, you only get one guy that probably do that. And then you got to be that one to take it to another level and get them over. You know what I'm saying? We had the Brian Shaws that came. He only had one person come from his family. We had J.R. Ryder, probably only one guy came from his family. Antonio Davis. People like that come out of their family. We only have one guy that come out of your family that be pro. Sometimes now we seeing a lot of kids now, young days, all the brothers coming out. You know what I'm saying? They got like 3 and 4 brothers in the NBA. They got some in football. Everybody that's doing that thing. I wish I could have that. I wish I did wish I could have played against my brother, or I played against my nephew or something like that. That would have been real nice. But it didn't happen, and it's just a thing that I'm proud of myself. But I'm really proud of my brothers and sisters too. You know what I'm saying? They did the other thing. It was always one that come out, and then he made it, and then all of a sudden we built it up and gave them a motivation to do something else.
Dope. And how many of it is yours?
Shit.
Because I always pictured, because I used to play for the Bush Ride Running Rebels.
Yeah.
And I always pictured it just being hella y'all.
It is.
I don't know if the name was just ringing, but it just seemed like it was just hella y'all, and all y'all kind of look like different versions of the same person.
But you know what? My daddy was the one. My daddy had like 13 kids.
Gotcha.
So he had 13 kids, and then he had a lot of different people, different babies by different people. So my mom had 5 of us, and I'm the youngest out of the 5. And then he had 8 by different women. So, as you know that song by the Temptations, Papa was a Rolling Stone. You know what I'm saying? So, but my daddy was cool, man. He was a good dude, man. He was great, man. I love the death out of my daddy. My daddy made who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, it is what it is. He did what he wanted to do. He wanted to do it that way, and that's the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? But he raised us all to be good people, and I'm glad that all of us became somebody, and we all still here.
Gotcha. That's dope. Now, you went to Skyline.
Yep.
How many years did you play varsity?
Every year I was there. I came in the 10th grade, and I played every year that I was there. Skyline recruited me to come to Skyline. I wasn't supposed to go to Skyline. I was supposed to go to Oakland Tech. Because I came from Claremont, and I was living in North Oakland. I was living in the Bushrod area, because I went to Bushrod. I did all that stuff, and I was supposed to go to Oakland Tech. And then all of a sudden, Skyline came and recruited me. And then my pops had to go down to the Oakland Public Schools and put a petition out and say that, he's fearing for my life to go to that school.
Yeah, anything.
Do anything, whatever you wanted to do. And then they let me go to Skyline, and that's where I went.
That's dope. That's dope. Do you think that you would still be the same person that you are today if you had went to Tech?
You know what? I think I will be, because my father was the one who pushed me to do whatever I did. I think Tech would have been more dominant. I think that if I would have went to Tech, we'd have been dominant more than we was with Skyline, because I don't think my whole life would have changed. I think I would have still been the same dude I am now. I would have just been over in Oakland Tech, and then we'd have been more doper. You know what I'm saying? So I would have just been with all my dudes then. It wouldn't have changed nothing. I think I would have been the same dude I am.
And who else? Talk about some of the all-stars that was in the league at that time, like in OAL.
Ooh, boy. We had George Williams, who went to Minnesota, that came from my way. We had the who else was it? Henry Turner. We had Marcus Cotton. Who else we had? We had the Turner. The Turner brothers. The Attaway brothers.
Okay.
All them dudes. Even when I was coming up, Kenny Winters and them was coming in there. Ed Carver. All them dudes were Josh Lowry. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of basketball players that came. Hook Mitchell, Antonio Davis, Greg Foster. A lot of us was in there, man, and we had a lot of guys that can come out of Oakland, and that's when we started putting Oakland on the map.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us went to college after that. A lot of us went to the pros. You remember Brian Johnson, the white boy that was pitching for us and doing that thing, and he went to the San Francisco Giants and the Yankees and was a pitcher. So we had a lot of guys that come out of Oakland that people don't really know about. We got a book out here in Oakland right now that's telling us about every dude that came out of Oakland that was famous.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be talking about Chicago and New York, but Oakland is where it's at, man.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people that came out of here, but all they hear about is the killings and the bad stuff about us. They don't never hear about the good stuff because we don't want to preach that. And I'm glad that we made it, and me and Jason Kidd is now Hall of Famers, that now they can recognize what we've been doing for the good cause, not for the bad cause. And that these basketball players and football players and whatever is doing it. Even McClimate is sending a lot of people out.
Definitely.
You see your boy that shined all the money that went to was at Kansas City, and then Marshawn Lynch and all them guys. We got a lot of athletes that come out of here that's pretty good.
Yeah. So what do you tell, matter of fact, what was the hardest thing about you coming from Oakland and making a transition to college? What was the biggest culture shock?
Ooh, that was crazy. What everybody, they done heard this story about me. I was supposed to go to St. John's University in New York.
Okay.
Which was a school that was in Chris Mullins or Walter Berry and all them guys. And then that fell through because the coach wanted to go a different route, at the last minute. My mom picked my school. Picking a school that she thought that I was going to be successful at and I was going to calm down and get off the streets of Oakland. And it was Oregon State, which wasn't nothing but a college that was put into like a country.
Yeah.
Nothing around there, and the culture shock because it was only 15% black.
Okay.
So that's how it was. But I was a basketball player, and then I went in there and became a star.
Yeah.
And then when I became a star, it all changed because everything revolved around me.
Yeah.
And it was great. That's why I stayed in school for 4 years, get my degree. Didn't get it when I first came out. I got it 3 years later after I had played in the NBA and did it online. But during that time, I got enough credits to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I was only 16 credits away from graduating when I left the school and I got drafted, and then that was the way it went. So that's what I'm saying is that, the different change that I needed. And that change was going to Oregon State and being around a coach called Ralph Miller and Jimmy Anderson, who changed my life to change me to become better and stay out of the hood so that I can be a guy who I can relate to over here and over here.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's all good.
Okay, so what do you tell a young guy, right, that's finna go to college? What is some of the advice that you got to actually give to somebody that's going to the next level?
It's different nowadays.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because talk about the difference real quick.
The difference is that now that you come into college for 1 year, you can get up out of there and go pro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So their mentality now is, man, let me just stay up in here 1 year. I ain't got to go do nothing. I ain't got to go get no education. I just got to get out of here and get drafted. During my time, we couldn't get drafted until we was like sophomore, junior, or something like that. So we would have enough time to stay in college and learn how to become a man.
Okay.
Wash your clothes, learn how to cook, learn how to do something in education and banking and stuff like that. Nowadays, these kids coming out of here, they 16, 17, 18 years old, maybe like 17, 18, and making millions and millions of dollars. But they still kids.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? They still kids, and their mama and them got to come and direct that. With us, we coming out as we 2021, we understanding what the game is about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we can do that. And that's what was a big deal of difference about me sitting in college for 4 years. Because when I came out, I was a man. Mm-hmm. When I went to college, I was a boy.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And then when I got to the pros, I became an even bigger man.
That's
because
right.
I had more money. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different.
You know
what
I like shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah.
So, say like during the time, like when people could come straight from high school into the pros, you have a really, really smart child. Really, really smart child. Your significant other wants him to go to college for 4 years. Mm-hmm. Do you say go to college for 4 years if he could get drafted straight to the pros? Do you preach go straight to the pros or finish your education?
It's a different mentality because you got to understand where they come from and what their money situation is about.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Some parents be like, okay, let's get it. And they already been getting it. You see what I'm saying? So when I went to college, when I first got there, I wasn't getting it. You know what I'm saying? But then when you think about it, you're going to get it either way it goes if you just want to wait. Yeah. Nowadays, parents are not like that. You got to think about it. I'm 20. My parents is 50-something years old. Okay? Nowadays, somebody is 18, 19. Their parents is 30, 33. Yeah. What you going to do? You going to go get that bread.
That's right.
You going to go get that bag. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they telling their kids, man, let's get up out of here, man. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? And then you got an entourage around you telling you the same thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little difference. They're not going to tell them, listen, let's think about if you break your leg. Let's think about if something happened. You get an education, you get this, get it for free, and you do this, and we take this money and make it to something else. Nah, let's go get this bag real quick, man, because we're going to get all of this, and you're going to play for many years, and they ain't thinking that. So what I think they are going to do during this time is they're going to say, go get that bag, and that's mostly I'm really probably going to go get that bag.
Okay. Now, speaking of going to get bags, like I was saying earlier, you came out in 86, 85, around that era. Did you ever want to stop playing basketball and pursue a career in drug dealing?
Never. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about that. I could have. I was hanging around with the cold ones. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like that with me. Like I told you, my father was a big influence in my life. Okay. My father kept me away from that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? I seen everything. I dealt with everything. I was putting my hands on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about that because I knew that I was pretty good in basketball. Mm-hmm. And then when I got great in basketball, when I got recruited, when you get recruited by something and they come to you and tell you that your grades ain't good enough and you ain't going nowhere, and then all of a sudden you get a man in your life that he changed my high school coach changed my life. Okay. Because he came in there and he said, look, Gary is going to punish y'all. If Gary don't go to school, all of us going to come to practice at 6 o'clock in the morning. Everybody going to run until Gary get right because he knew what I was about. Yeah. So when he did me like that, I said, man, I got to just be right. And then I got to understand, too, you got to be strong. Mm-hmm. You got to say, when you see something going on, you got to get up out of there. Yeah. And the dudes that I was hanging with, they always would be like, yo, look here. You got to balance. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then to the day, I'm still good friends with them and doing the things that, you know, it is what it is. I don't knock what they did or where they was at and what they been. They still my partners. Yeah. It is what it is. I took a different route. They took a different route. Okay. And I'm still good friends with all of them. Yeah, I could have been whatever I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of things. I did a lot of dirt. It doesn't matter. I did the right thing at the right time, and then I became who I am now. And now I can preach it, and I can tell other people what not to do and what to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like to. That's what I like about my life.
Okay. And as a pro, who is your favorite teammate?
Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp. I knew you was going to say that. By
far. That's my soul brother, man. I talked to him today, man, and we're going to start doing a lot of stuff together, man. We're working on the 30 for 30 little skit right now.
Okay.
We're about to do something on Monday in Seattle where we're doing podcasts. We're starting to go around the country now. We already booked about 7 dates. So we're starting one Monday that we're going to do at 2 o'clock. So back in Seattle. So me and my dude, man, that's my dude, man. Yeah. That's my cat.
Did y'all hit it off from the beginning?
We did. He was a young dude that came in 89, and then I came in back in 1990. He went through that journey about being that dude, you know what I'm saying? Not getting in college, going to junior college, not kind of staying and being that problem child, and then being a phenomenal basketball player. And then I come in at the second pick and become the guy who be his brother. Yeah. And then we became the glove and the rain man.
That's right.
And then that's what it is. And the 90s was about all of us, man. It was just about me and him, throwing lobs, doing things that we had to do. And we tight as shit right now, you know what I'm saying? And I love that because you don't have that genuine all the time. And me and him is like that.
Gotcha. Now, you are a defender. You are a motherfucking defender. One of the greatest to do this shit. I mean, when they say the glove, I even think of you and Freddy Krueger, man. This motherfucker. So, who is the hardest person that you actually had to guard that was under 6'2"?
Under 6'2". Ooh, man. Well, I'm gonna say John Stockton as usual, man. Everybody know that he was a problem for me. Okay. He had the basketball on a consistent basis, 90 times out of 10. Everybody always be talking about MJ and all that. MJ wasn't really that dude for me to be hard to guard because he came in one spot. And I'm just being real. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it goes. The dude, John Stockton, was just a beast. He did too much, you know what I'm saying? And I hated it because if you get a guy who could come in and shoot the ball 12 times, make 8, shoot 9 free throws and make 7, has 16 rebounds, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals, what is his line? 27, 16, 5, and 5. Yeah. That's a cold game. Yeah. That's a beast to mess with.
Did you feel it? Like when John Stockton out there, is he one of them players that you don't really notice that he's busting ass until the end of the game? Like, this motherfucker just had 25.
And you look up and you think about it and you be like, this motherfucker just gave me the business. You know what I'm saying? I might have 30 and 10 assists, but he look up, this nigga gave me the business and they won the game. Okay. That ain't me winning. That ain't me winning. That's why I became the glove, because when I play people, man, if I get 30, I want them to get 12. I want them to get 14 because I dominated that basketball game and I took them out the game. With him, if I had 35, he had 27 and 16 and whatever. That ain't the game that I want, and I lost. You know what I'm saying? It didn't benefit me at all. So yeah, he was a problem, and everybody hate that I respect him to the fullest. I asked him to nominate me into the Hall of Fame. It is what it is. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That kid, that dude, man, was a dude that I looked up to and I respected. Him and George Gervin was the only two dudes outside of my daddy that I respected to a fullest in basketball. And I asked both of them to honor me in that. If Jason Kidd would have been in the Hall of Fame before that, I would have show God him. Yeah. And you know that he just became a Hall of Famer, and he asked me to be that because we respect the dudes who do things for us.
Gotcha. Okay, so I got to ask you a Space Jams question real quick.
Yes, sir.
You are the coach.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Say like some aliens finna come down to this motherfucker.
Like some goddamn aliens? Goddamn aliens, for real?
They finna take over.
Yeah.
You got 6 players that you use, but you the coach, though. You got 7 players.
You want me to get 7 players?
That's going to
go at them?
To go at them, any era.
Dog way? As a dog.
Yes. Who do you feel comfortable with?
Shit. I'm gonna go Will Chamberlain. Okay. I gotta go Magic. Okay. Then I gotta hit down and come with the Kemper. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta get a bruiser. A nigga that's gonna really take my back and knock a nigga head off.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Charles Oakley. Gotta have me a bruiser nigga. Okay. Then I'm gonna go with that nigga MJ. Okay. Gotta get out with him. How many is that?
That's
now?
5 on it.
That's 5 on it. Okay. So then I'm gonna hit their ass off with Kareem. Okay. Bust they motherfucking head in. Then I gotta come with a white boy. That's gonna be Larry Bird.
Okay. Same question, but people that never won a championship of all time. What?
Never
won a championship.
It's only 3 motherfuckers that I think that never won a championship of all time. That's John Stockton, Karl Malone, and Charles Barkley.
But who your other 4 that you want on the squad? You got to come with 7.
I got to come with 7?
Yeah.
That's 3 already, right?
Okay.
Damn, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got to come with Vince Carter.
Okay.
Let me see who else I'm going to get out with. Tim Hardaway, because he's going to be a dog. I gotta go Tim Hardaway, a dog.
Okay.
You talk about dogs. Okay. You talk about I'm coming to go battle some damn aliens, man. I'm down with some goddamn aliens, man. It ain't like nigga I'm battling somebody over here. You talking about nigga that gonna shoot a nigga for me, and I'm gonna be over here. The alien right there, he gonna shoot a nigga and knock his head off. You feel what I'm saying? For sure. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So who else you gonna talk about? Allen Iverson.
I was just gonna say it. Okay.
I gotta go AI. Okay. How many is that now?
That is 5.
That's 5. I got 2 more, right? That's gonna really be some dog things, man. Steven Jack won. He won a championship with San Antonio. So, man, that's gonna be hard. George Gervin.
Okay.
I'm gonna go George Gervin, and then I got one more. Man, that's hard, man. Another dude that ain't never won a championship. That's gonna be that. Oh, Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp. There's no Reggie Miller in this.
You talking about aliens, man. You know what I'm saying? Reggie Miller from L.A., man. That's my boy, man. Okay. But he Bel Air type of motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He Fresh Prince type of dude. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
So, who would you bet your last on? Prime for prime, full court to 50, Allen Iverson versus Westbrook.
Shit, AI. All day long.
Okay.
Westbrook is a dog, man. I love him, man. He probably one of the only little cats right now, young dudes in the league that I really like.
Okay.
I like him. I like him a lot. And they got that little young boy now, Morant from Memphis. I like him. Them dudes is dogs. You know what I'm saying? I think Westbrook could have played in our day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody always get it misunderstood, man. These young boys ain't going to say that our era was good. And we ain't gonna say their era was good. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So they don't give us homage, and we not gonna give them homage. But I'm gonna give the ones that's real true dog dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Westbrook boy is a real dog.
Okay. And is Dennis Rodman in the top 5 power forwards all time?
I can't say that. Okay. I don't think that, because first of all, the reason why I don't say that is because he couldn't score like that. He was a scorer. He changed the game as in defensive-wise, but as being everything and all that, and with defense and rebounding, you had to have some scoring for me. I don't think he did what Karl Malone did. I don't think he did what Charles Barkley did. I don't think he was like the one like with Tim Duncan, all them type of dudes, man. It's just a little bit different, man, when we talking about LeBron. It's got to be in the small power forwards to me, because he's a 6'8", 265-pound dude. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of dudes. Larry Bird, I don't think that is. Larry Bird, to me, was a power forward to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different.
So if you're starting off a team, would you take Larry Bird in his prime over LeBron James?
Absolutely.
You would?
Yeah.
In what way so? What is LeBron missing?
Because LeBron is not missing nothing. Okay. But I'm just talking about a cat that was real dominant. Okay. You know what I'm saying? A real dominant. LeBron is dominant. He's an all-around basketball player. You see, so people got to understand. And I love this kid to death. Love him to death. I'm not putting nothing down about him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to make that be clear. If he was some other dude that I don't care about, I wouldn't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is my dude. You know what I'm saying? But as in Larry Bird, as dog and talking shit, and will get the ball when it's time to get a basket, That's Larry Bird.
Okay.
I think he's better than LeBron as doing that. But as being an all-around basketball player, yeah, LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But Larry Bird, the dog, and want to get the ball, that's what people say LeBron misses. You know what I'm saying? That he doesn't take the game over for that.
Gotcha. And would you say that, you know how like they say Kobe Bryant was the newer version of Jordan or something like that? Is LeBron the newer version of Magic Johnson?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think both of them are the same type of basketball players. At 6'8", 6'9", dominate the game in any way that they can. Them two are just alike.
Okay.
They are buried. I think Magic came first, and now LeBron is now. And I think LeBron will become the all-time greatest all-around basketball player to ever play the game in the NBA. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's the GOAT. I'm saying he's the best basketball player all around that does everything. When you could take a basketball team that's nothing and bring them to the championship, and he went 8 times in a row and in mediocre teams and do it, you've done something. You know what I'm saying? You might not have put it over the hump, but you've done something. Now, if you look at Michael Jordan, he wins 6 of them in a row when he went 6 times.
Yeah.
That's a little different. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different of what's happening, but you got to put him in a category of every time you talk about any great basketball player, you know LeBron is going to be there. I think by the time he leaves, he might be number 1 in scoring or number 2 in scoring. I guarantee he's going to be one of them. And he's going to be in a lot of everything else, assists, rebounds, and everything. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You only bring a lot of one of these dudes along every blue moon. And he's that one that's been brought along, and he's done what he has to do.
So, have you ever wanted to quit playing basketball at any point in your life?
I have.
Talk about that.
I've done it. I've been wanting to quit basketball a lot. You know
in high school?
High school, college, pros. It is what it is. You get into a period where you get to that. You know what I'm saying? Where it just blowed out. The reason I retired from basketball is because I was tired of it. I didn't want it anymore. When basketball becomes non-fun, it's not nothing for me anymore. And at that time, after I won a championship, basketball wasn't fun for me anymore. So I said, I got to give it up. And because I went to the playgrounds and played for free and had fun. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And I was getting paid and having fun. Now, when you getting paid millions of dollars and you ain't having fun, damn basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because I can go take the millions and have fun by myself somewhere else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like that. I mean, in high school, I felt the same way. It wasn't about me. When I got ineligible in my 10th grade year and didn't play the whole year, it wasn't fun. I didn't care about basketball. It wasn't at that, but I had a daddy that knocked me over the head. College, it was at a point where everything was too easy for me. And it was too easy. I was dominating college, dominating everything I did. So I got into something else. I started doing something else. I started partying. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? When you start partying, it's a lot of little everything, whatever. I don't want to come to practice. I don't want to do none of that. And then, again, I got a pops check.
So real quick, I want to know, when people go to college, that's like the liaison from high school to the pros. Is college really that much pressure that you feel like you got to do it? It's either now or never?
You do, because that's the last step. If you don't go in college and dominate, you're not gonna go to the pros. So if you don't get drafted, then you're going to take a chance of becoming a free agent, and then you're going to have to prove yourself even more when you get into the pros, because you're going to have to make that basketball team. If you get drafted, they're going to have to give you guaranteed money, and then you can be there. You can cruise for like 2 or 3, 4 years and still get paid, and then do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, it is pressure. If you want to become somebody, you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Some people don't take it like that. Some people just be happy that they made it. They just happy that they made it. And that's not the mentality that you should have. If you made it, God gave you a blessing to get that. And now you're supposed to take it to another level. That's what I did. You know? And I think God humbled me in my first 2 years because he made me sorry. I was terrible. They wanted to trade me, wanted to do everything, but then he blessed me by getting another basketball coach in my life and changing my life around.
And you took it on in the pros?
Yeah, in the pros.
Okay.
So then when George Karl became my coach, I became an all-star, and then I became Gary Payton, the glove. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way it happened. Things happen for a reason, and I'm glad that it did happen for a reason.
So when you left Skyline, right, and you went to Oregon, did you get those talks like, don't be fucking with no white girls while you out there talking?
Hey, look here. When you come from the streets, man, you don't care who you fuck with, man. You understand me, man? It ain't about all that, man. And, man, then you're young, and then everything start talking for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Damn, what the hell is that?
That's a
we gonna get ran over?
That might be Karl Malone.
That might, the diesel, huh? Hey, but yeah, it don't go like that.
Yeah.
Because you become a superstar and then you start messing with whatever. Because let me tell you something. If we in here in Oakland, right? Okay. What we basically dealing with in Oakland as in women?
Black and Latinos.
Okay. So, in that day, it wasn't even Latinos. In the 80s, we was just messing with black girls, right? So how do you imagine if you hear about a white lady or anything that you have never experienced and you want to try to experience it? Everybody's going to experience something, even if it's Chinese, if it's whatever. You're going to experience something because you become popular. So that doesn't make a difference. You know, you become popular, then you experience. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's never say never. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know. You might meet somebody that's Latino, white, Hispanic, or whatever, and you fall in love with them, and that's yours. Yeah. That's who you are. So I never said that. I don't never say that to anybody to do anything. Whoever you love them.
That's real. That was real political.
Yeah.
I mean, you answered that like a motherfucker.
Yeah. I was asking like Obama. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have it like that. Yeah,
for sure. So, what is the biggest accolade that you feel like you done accomplished, like in your pro career?
Going to the Olympics.
Okay.
I'm thinking because...
Are you a two-time Olympian?
Two-time Olympian, yeah. I went in 96 and 2000.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I won a gold medal in both. So, you know, this is... What I'm saying is, the reason I picked that is because if millions of people see you bow your head down and they put a gold medal over your hand, every time we go to Iraq, how many people do we see we send over there and they get killed? A lot.
Yeah.
So they're fighting for us to play these games over there, and what do they get? When they come back home, we don't even know what they get. They got legs off, they're hurt, they're doing mental state goes bad. We should be honored to even play basketball and get that when they're over there with the United States wrote on the USA, and they got that over there and they're getting shot at, and we playing basketball for free. Yeah. And we playing it for a pride in winning it. So we should be happy that we doing that, and that should be a big pride that we get to, because too many people can't play for the United States and play for the USA and be in the Olympics. Yeah. But these dudes over here getting shot at and getting killed, and we over here playing basketball safe as a mug, and that's because of them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I respect that. That's my respect, because I think that they paved the way for us to be that way.
Gotcha. Okay. So speaking of Olympics, in your opinion, why wasn't Isaiah Thomas on that dream team?
It's a lot of different things, man. Everybody always say it's Magic Johnson. People pick teams to be picking teams. Isaiah is my OG. Yeah. He's my guy. He's my dude. I don't know what went down there. He deserved to be on there.
Definitely.
He deserved to be on there because he was a prime. They had just won 2 championships and nothing like that.
And Chuck Daly was the coach.
Yeah, and Chuck Daly was his coach, who was his coach. But everything happens for a reason. Yeah. Isaiah's not bitter about it. I had a job with Isaiah this year before basketball shut down. We was at Turner, the greatest guy ever. The greatest guy ever. And I hate that he didn't get a chance to be on the Olympic team. I don't know what went down there. I don't think he's bitter. I don't think he's ever going to be bitter. He's just a great dude, man. He took it in stride, and he took it the way it was supposed to be. And I think, you know what? He got blessed even more because everything else came to him. You know what I'm saying? So he's fine. And he deserved to be there. That's what I say. But it is what it is.
Gotcha. I know a lot of people that's in college and stuff like that, and they always talk about the transition from people having college bodies to pro bodies. In your professional opinion, is Zion Williamson too much overweight?
I think if he loses a lot of more weight, he'll be more dominant than what he is. You see what the weight he is at now, and he's still dominant. He doesn't care. He's a chiseled young man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He reminds me of LeBron and his body size. But when he gets a game that can be similar to LeBron, he'll be dominant too.
Gotcha.
I think he'll be the next LeBron. And I think he has to work at that.
Yeah.
I think that he understands that. Yeah. I think he understands if he lose weight and be lighter on his feet, but he's dominant. But you have to think about it. When he played the little games that he played, every time they switched on him and a little man got him in a block, what happened?
True.
It's a dunk. And he has to understand that because of his body so strong and he's so chiseled. I think if he gets into it, he's a kid.
Yeah.
He's only 18, 19 years old. He's a kid. So when he understands what he is really about, then he'll take off. I think he's gonna be really a dominant kid.
Okay, and when you think about players that got hurt in their career, who do you think, like, damn, if they never would have got hurt, that motherfucker would have been the one?
Oh, yes. I mean, Brandon Roy.
Okay.
I think he would have been cold as heck. The rest of them, man, I think if Tim Hardaway wouldn't have got hurt as early as he did, he would have been cold as heck. You know what I'm saying? Even I think Yao Ming, if he wouldn't have got hurt as early, remember Yao Ming only played 8 seasons in the NBA?
Yeah.
I think Tracy McGrady would have been better than what he was if he wouldn't have got hurt. Players like that, if they wouldn't have got hurt, I think they would have been really more dominant than what people really say. But they still were dominant.
Gotcha. I'm stuck on Penny.
Penny was, if he wouldn't have got hurt, you know what? We forget about Grant Hill.
And Grant Hill.
If Grant Hill would have did whatever way, he still made the Hall of Fame. But I think he would have had numbers like now with LeBron. I think you remember he was becoming one of the greatest basketball players to play when he was at Detroit. Yeah. He was cold. I think if Penny wouldn't have been who he is, he'll be in the Hall of Fame right now.
Okay.
If he wouldn't have got hurt the way he got hurt, I think he would be in the Hall of Fame right now.
Is Robert Horry going to the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so. I don't think so. He deserves it by being championships and stuff like that. Robert Horry deserves it. But I think they go on a lot of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, where were you at when you seen that big fight at Detroit? What the fuck did you think about that? Because I know you like shit like that.
I love that. You know what I'm saying? Where the world met a piece and Stack, you know, and Steven Jackson is my young brother.
Steven Jackson, okay,
that's my boy. You remember he was the one in the stands getting it in. Him and World Metal Peace. You know what I'm saying? So I was over there. I was like, well, if they want to throw a beer, get down. You know what I'm saying? If they want to do that, get down. So you know what I'm saying? I was loving it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I get out, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an eye for eye. If you do what you do, man, be able to back it up.
Yeah, because I know that you a big time shit talker on the court. Talk about some of the times where you actually came to blows with a motherfucker.
Well, niggas didn't want to get down at me like that. I'm sorry with my language. They didn't want to get down at me like that, man. And people didn't want to get down at me like that. It's because I don't really want to play with you too much, man. All that talking and all that crap, man. That's too much for me. Once you keep talking, that's when you get messed up. You know what I'm saying? That's when a lot of things happen and then it goes all bad. It's going to do what you got to do, man, and we talk about it later on. You know what I'm saying? But in our day, we can fight. Nowadays, it's about pistols and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not into the fighting now. It ain't even necessary. I'm too old for that. But in the day, man, yeah, I'll try you because I'm going to be at the club every night. And then you're going to be at the club, so we're going to have to work it out.
Is Gary Payton the biggest shit talker in the league of all time?
Absolutely. It's nothing but me.
Okay.
Ain't nobody. And if anybody want to say something about it, holler at me.
Okay.
Ain't nobody that be better than me about this shit talking, man. It was me.
So they say Michael Jordan is a pretty big shit talker.
It's me.
Okay.
Give a shit about what they talking about. It's Gary Payton. It's me.
Okay, okay. And this is the last question about MJ. A lot of people talk about how good he is on offense. Can that motherfucker really play good defense?
Not on me.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But no, he was a good basketball player, man, on defense, too. He had a lot of good hands and feet. You know what I'm saying? He was a good dude like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you got two dogs going at each other, the other one dog going to be like, you can't guard me. The other dog say, I can't guard you. That's how me and him was. You know, so that's why I say what I say. I said he couldn't guard me. He said I couldn't guard him. I don't expect nothing else with two dogs. But he became a good defensive player because all you had to do was move your feet and do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Get your hands on a lot of basketballs. And that's what he did really well. Me and him did that well. We got our hands on a lot of basketballs and got a lot of steals. And people one-on-one can go at you. You have to figure people out. You know what I'm saying? If you don't figure them out, you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And he came to figure people out on defense.
Okay. So who you taking? You got to rank them. Gary Payton, Jason Kidd, Tony Parker, Steve Nash.
I'm not going to rank myself.
Okay.
Because I don't get into that. But I'll go to the other three. I'll go Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, and Tony Parker.
Tony Parker last?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll have to go with him because I think Jason Kidd was more of an all-around basketball. He changes the game.
Okay.
He changed the game in every aspect. I mean, when you go to Steve Nash, he did the same thing. He changed the game in every aspect, and I think he had a better jump shot than Tony Parker. I think he did he was a lot more smart. I don't think smarter. I think he did a lot of things more different, and he did that. Tony Parker would have to come third for me.
Gotcha. And Tony Parker, he is a Hall of Famer. Don't he got like 4 rings?
Yes, I think he got 5.
Yes,
I think he got 5, and he will become a Hall of Famer. I think he's up in like a year or so. Yes, and he will be a Hall of Famer.
Gotcha. Do you think that Spurs team could have beat the '96 Bulls?
We don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't say put teams against teams because they didn't play each other. You know what I'm saying? It's different eras, different things. I'm not going to say that they could have beat them and they couldn't and they can. I don't know about that. I don't judge that because I don't know what would have happened. We don't know what would happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say, they would have beat them. No, they wouldn't have. No, I don't know because it just didn't happen.
How do you think the game has changed now versus then?
It's a little bit softer. You got a lot of more fouls, a lot of more free throws. They don't have, their weapon is a three-pointer. Our weapon was a big man. I think that during our era, we had people at every position. Shooting guard, point guard, small forward, power forward, center. And our main weapon was a center. You would have to go through the center for us. You would have to you would have to double Shaq. You'd have to double the Dream. You would have to double David Robinson. You would have to double Patrick Ewing. You would have to double Yao Ming. See, them guys would give you 50. And we didn't double them. One-on-one, they couldn't guard them. So nowadays, what NBA players are doing now is they switching. Switching big men to players that can play. That can play one-on-one basketball. We would have never did that. We'd have got the ball out of that player's hand and didn't deny him the game. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, you can't do that because you're going to get in foul trouble. Because you're going to foul him. He's going to get the fouls. He's going to shoot free throws. As you see, dominant basketball players now shoot 20, 30 free throws a game. And then they make 30 of them or 29. You shoot 31 free throws, you make 29. You got 29 points, and you can shoot 4 for 50. And you still got 50 points.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? So that's just the way the game goes, and this is their era. They can have their era. It is what it is. This ain't my era. So I'm not going to knock their era or nothing like that, but I'm not going to put my era down. I think my era was the best. They think their era is the best.
So even though there's no way to tell, do you think that if you came out right now that you'd be more dominant with your same mentality?
Everybody got to understand I was 21 too. Okay. I was 20 years old too. I was athletic as them. They say we were slower than them. Yeah, right. Okay. Whatever. Everybody, whatever. So, but I'm just saying, if I played in their era, I can play in their era. If they say they would have came in our era, they say they think they can play in our era. Yes, I could have played in this era because I was 22. You know what I'm saying? I was athletic too. I can do what I do. You wouldn't sit here and be talking to me right now if I wasn't who I was. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? So they can say whatever they want to say. Yeah, I could have played in their era. They probably could have played in our era. I wish we could have made that happen. But we ain't got no time machine.
I know that's right. And didn't one of your contracts, wasn't that one of the biggest contracts that was ever signed?
Yeah. I signed for about 100.
Okay, for what? How many years?
For 6 years.
Yeah, look at him trying to hold his motherfucking smile in.
Yeah, I was the first point guard to be the highest paid point guard ever.
Okay.
Yeah, I started all the point guards, yeah. So I made over $10 million a year. So it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of the things, man, I was fortunate, man. It is what it is. God bless me. He blessed me to be the first point guard to ever make that much money. Okay. And then it just started to trickle-ate. It don't match to this day because these dudes is making $50 million.
That's right.
So you know what I'm saying? You got the Stephen Currys, you got the Damon Lillards, you got the DeMar DeRozans, you got all of them dudes. They make $40-50 million a year.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. We started a trend. I just say I give homage to the Bill Russells, the Will Chamberlains, the Magics, the dudes like that, the Clyde Drexlers. I give the Charles Barkley's. I give homage to them because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be making money. We wouldn't have made money in our era. You know what I'm saying? As y'all watch this Last Dance, everybody was tripping off of Scottie Pippen signing a 7-year deal for $18 million. That was our bargaining part at that time.
Yeah.
That was what we was getting. Don't be mad at him because he didn't never make that much money. He was coming out of a small school.
What school did he come out of?
He came out of Arkansas, Little Rock, or something like that. He came out of a small school in Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? So if you give a kid like that $18 million, what are you thinking about? He's thinking about making his family better.
Yeah.
And that was like in 87, 88, 89.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I came out, we did a 7-year deal for like $20-something million. So it wasn't even, it's like that. We was getting money. Then I was like, man, I'm paid. I'm making bread. I'm about to go buy Air Card America right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we was doing. But that's the way we get down, man. So we wasn't thinking about that. We was just thinking about making our family better. And we was paid.
Yeah. Having all that dough and shit like that, did you ever find yourself having a hard time to tell people no?
Yeah, you did.
Like, do you still have to draw that line? Like,
nah.
If you notice you have
Hell nah. Now I'm too old for that, man. Look here, man. They don't even come at me with that no more, man.
Okay.
Get on with that, man. You know what I'm saying? You make money by your own, man. I make my own money, man. Stop with that. What's with that? So you know what I'm saying? So it was hard when at the beginning because everybody came at you and you felt like you was obligated to do that. Now that I'm not feeling like I'm obligated to do that. I can give you I can put you on to something. I can make you understand how to make money and do the things because I went through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I've been retired going on 14 years now.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's like this though, man. And I can still make money and manage the money.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So if I can do it, and they say after 5 years, a lot of pro athletes get broke.
Broke like 100,000 broke or broke like
zero. Like 100,000 zero. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get broke. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to manage their money. So we think about it and say, okay, if I can do that and still take a hustle, because you got to understand, we ain't never had a 9-to-5 job. We ain't never had that. We ain't never had to go sit down, man, and be like, boom, 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 boom. We go to work at 8 or 9 o'clock, and then we get off at 5. Yeah. And then our back hurting and all that, man. We making mediocre money or not even mediocre. I'm not going to even disrespect nobody. Minimum wage.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? And we get used to checks that we've been having. You know what I'm saying? But we got to look at people that make minimum wage. We got to respect them.
Yeah.
Respect they 8-9 hours they work a day because they work hard and they deserve that. You know what I'm saying? They deserve that. We should be privileged to know that we can make that type of money. You know what I'm saying? Because if we was working 9-to-5s and see what they go through, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I respect what they do. I respect what everybody do when they go to work. Because that's how they get out. So we got to understand the same thing, man. If we work 9-to-5, man, we got to be respectful.
Yeah. I want to ask you this question. If you wasn't a famous basketball player, what did Gary Payton see himself? If I ain't a famous basketball player, what else could I do? Good
question, man. A lot of people don't really ask me that. Shoot, I was thinking about being cops and robbers, man.
Both of them?
Cops and a robber, man. I could be a policeman and a robber. You know what I'm saying? Doing the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys and Indians, man. I wasn't even into that, man. I was just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Basically, I was just trying to have fun. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at that and you watch TV like Squad, you want to be either one, either or. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the robber or you want to be the good guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And living in Oakland, the good guy ain't really, really right. You know what I'm saying? In my day. But then I think about it and I say, if I would have to do anything today and I wouldn't have been a basketball player, I would have had to do something motivational to kids.
Okay.
I would have had to been like a motivational speaker. I would have had to do something that would try to help kids get out of this situation. You know, poverty everywhere around the world. Showing people how to get out of a ghetto and showing people how to be the right way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Doing the things like that. I would have had to be a motivational speaker. Really, I would have been. Because I think that showing these kids how to do it the right way, because some of the kids got to need guidance.
Yeah.
They just need a guidance. They need somebody who cares for them.
Yeah.
Really care for them and really talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think is big about that. And these kids would listen. They would listen to people that really care for them. Go take them to get a Big Mac. Go take them. Go take them bowling. Go take them to play cards or something. Play basketball and shoot. And let them vent of what's going on in their life. And when they vent what's going on in their life, you probably can change that about what they go out and do in these streets. Yeah. And I think I would have been one of them persons.
Because I know that your dad, you know what I'm saying, he had a big influence on a lot of basketball players in Oakland.
Right. And that was really great about it because my house was basically known as the house to come to and be cool. Yeah. Because the guys that I grew up with, they only had a one-parent home, and that was their mama. And their mama would go out and be the one to provide for them. So as their mama go to work from 9 to 7, 8 o'clock at nighttime, what do they got? They got a lot of time on their hand to do whatever they can. Yeah. So my daddy tried to take that away from them. Bring them to my house. You got food. I'm going to give you basketball. We're going to go to practice. I'm going to buy you tennis shoes if you need them for the practice. Then you can hang out with Gary and my son, and then y'all can play games. We got television, Atari, all that. Television, man. You remember that? That was a day, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. When the man was looking like sticks, you know what I'm saying? Shit. All this high-tech stuff. Now we had whatever. Tecmo Bowl. You know what I'm saying, man? We had all that. So it was at our house, so it was cool, man. We had hamburgers, hot dogs, cookies. We had all that stuff, man, just to come and hang out and stay off the streets. Yeah.
Because I know coming up, you've seen a lot of people that just probably fell victim just not having a dad in the home.
Right. And I seen a lot of that. And my daddy was their pops. Yeah. And they got respected. And what my daddy did is when he got off work, he'd go by everybody's school. And if he see you hanging out there and y'all see that white Suburban come rolling down the street, you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get in your head, in your butt. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got suspended one time from school, and the principal called and said he about to send me home. And my daddy said, no, leave him there. I'll come get him. And I got whooped in front of everybody to prove a point to everybody that I wasn't bad.
What grade was it?
This is in 11th grade. 10th or 11th grade. Yeah. It was cold, man. But you couldn't get down at my pops like that because my pops would fight. You know what I'm saying? He'd knock you out. You know what I'm saying? And it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I don't want to get whooped in front of everybody. That's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing to get whooped in front of your partners and you think you the tough one. You know what I'm saying? And they fall in your league. Now you getting whooped by your daddy, now Pops is the man. You know what I'm saying? He the man. So now I'm just like, it is what it is. So when I get in trouble, man, look here, man. Let me holler at you, man. Let me do detention at any time. Man. Just don't call that dude. You know what I'm saying? Don't let him know. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of them things, and that's why a lot of people got out of this Oakland because of my daddy, because he was that guy who guided them, and he gave them a platform to come and play basketball, to do things, come by the house, talk to him anytime you wanted to, and that's why I think I'm here for this, because my pops is not here to this day, and I think that I have to talk to these kids. And when people come at me talking about, let's talk about stuff, and can you help mentor these kids and do stuff and give back to this neighborhood and then back to this Oakland, I think I'm obligated to do that, to make them understand that we still can be motivated to get up out of here and be better. Mm-hmm. And that's what I've been taught, and that's what I'm gonna be doing till the day I die.
Gotcha. And was Bo Kimball your friend?
Bo was cool, but not in college. You know what I'm saying? I had to get at him. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying? Me and him is like this. You know what I'm saying? But in college, I got at him. He hit me for 52. I hit him for 48. You know what I'm saying? In the game. So it was the same game. It was on ESPN, and good dude. You know, Hank Gathers was my guy. Hank was my guy. Yeah. I hung out with Hank. Me and Hank went to the Olympic trials together as college players, and me and him got real tight. And when he died, it was a big loss in my life when he died from his heart condition. So me and Bo wasn't like that. They grew up in Philly together. Yeah, they went to USC and then went to Loyola Marymount. So that Hank was my guy. Yeah,
for sure. Where were you at when you got the call that he passed away?
They were playing in their tournament, and we were playing in our Pac-10 tournament. Mm-hmm. And when I came off the court, and everybody, it was big news on the news, and one of my guys called and said, "Man, Hank passed. Man, he just fell out on the floor." It really hurt me. It hurt me a lot, man. Even when Lenny Byes died, I was a freshman in college, and we seen all of that and about all the situation that happened, man. Them two dudes was two of my dudes, man. Lenny Byes I looked up to. Yeah, he was like 4 years or like 3 years older than me. He was about to go. He just got drafted by Boston, and all that stuff happened in Maryland. And when he died, and then Hank died like 3 years later. It just hurts me that during that time we wasn't testing for all that stuff. Now with Lenny just had a thing that happened. You tried something out and it didn't work. And with Bo, now that we testing for hard problems and stuff like that, because a lot of people have passed out, I think it's good for us to do that.
Good. And where were you at when you heard Kobe passed?
Well, that was the biggest thing in my life, man. I basically cried when I heard that, because that's my little brother. That was my little brother, man. I was really close to that kid. You know what I'm saying? So it was a Sunday, and I usually don't leave on Sunday. And I was going to Atlanta to do my Turner thing, because I do it on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And as soon as I got off the plane, I went to the hotel. And it didn't even click. I went to sleep. And as soon as I got up, my phone was blowing up. And everybody was talking about, did you hear me? And my son had called me crying. My youngest son called me crying. And he was like, man, did you hear about Kobe? Pops, man, Unc dead. And I'm like, boy, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? So I turned on the TV, and the TV wasn't really reporting it at the time. And then I started getting blowed up about a lot of other people, and they started saying it was true. You know what I'm saying? And then when it was going, and then I just really got emotional, and I cried in my room for a minute. And then all of a sudden I had to go to work, and Brian Shaw, who played with him for a long period of time, he was emotional on that series that night. And it was like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? When you see one of your dudes that you really didn't. I had talked to him a week before that about Hall of Fame. And what was going to happen. And it just, I keep hating talking about it. Yeah. Because I think he should still be here to this day. Yeah. And freak accidents happen. And everybody always asks in this world, why do this happen and that happen? It happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's just a reason, and I think he should be still here to today. I think his daughter should be here. The other family should be here. But it just happened. A freak accident in a helicopter. And we always got to think about this. We're not going to be here all our lives. You know what I'm saying? So we got to live our life to the fullest. And we got to think about the things that we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cherish everything that we do in here. You know what I'm saying? And cherish it, because you don't know if you're going to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can go out somewhere right to the day of tomorrow and wreck and crash or something happen. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to be here. And did we ever get to say that, I love you here and I love you there? He walked out his house with his wife and all that, with his daughter. and his other kids was there, and he probably was just going out. Didn't really say, I love y'all or whatever. It might not have happened that day, but then he gone. You know what I'm saying? And they never got to talk to him again. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to him a week before that, and I hate that I didn't talk to him before that.
Yeah.
After again. So, we just think about it. And it's just hard for me to talk about it all the time because I get this feeling inside myself that this kid should be here and I should be going to see him in a couple of months at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I hope that it does happen so that we can do that. But he's not going to be there to cherish that. You know what I'm saying? And then he deserved it. And, it's just sad that he's not here no more.
Okay. And in retrospect, is there anything that you wish that you would have did from like high school up into the Olympics?
No. You know what? I tell everybody, I don't ever want to change nothing in my life.
Okay.
Because if I do, I wouldn't be this person here now.
That's
today.
right.
I wouldn't sit here and be talking to you nothing. Everything I did in my life, it is what it is. It was meant to be. I'm not going to say I can go back and say I wanted to change it. No, I don't want to change nothing. Everything I did was a purpose, and I learned from every purpose that I did, even if it was good or bad.
That's
if
right.
I did something bad, if I did something good, I learned from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go back and say this and that and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll think about it, and I think about it, I should have did this.
Yeah.
I should have been around. My mom passed just in September, and I still think to the day that I should have been around my mom a little bit more. I should have been with my mom a little bit more. I should have been with her. I went to the cemetery on Sunday, on Mother's Day, my first Mother's Day without my mom, and I sat there for a long period of time. And I think about the things that I should have done with her, but I don't think I should have changed it because I think my mom had the best life of her life ever. My mom was 82 years old. She lived 82 years, good 82 years. And I gave her everything I could since 1990. And I don't regret nothing that I did for her, and I gave her everything she had in her life and everything she wished for. And I know that she died great, and I know she died happy. You know what I'm saying? I hate seeing her suffer, but I'm not changing nothing because I grew up the way that I grew up, and I learned everything I grew up from. Okay. And that's what I like about it.
Okay. And lastly, do you have any, foundations or anything like that or anything going on in Oakland?
Yeah, the Gary Payton Foundation. I just got with World Vision, you know what I'm saying? And I'm giving back every Tuesday. If everybody don't know, it's at Greater St. John's in West Oakland. That's my brother's church. We give away every Tuesday. You get online and go to the World Vision, and we give away 200 food bags every Tuesday for 13 weeks. This is our second week that's we've been doing. I try to get back to everything that I do in this Oakland, California. Okay. That's why I'm here on this podcast now, because this is a guy and you guys who are from Oakland, California and doing something positive, and y'all trying to make these people understand that you can do the same thing. I'm on here because of a reason. I'm on here because I want to support you guys and let you guys understand that we're from this town and we need to do this more often and let other people know that they can do the same thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've been going to the hospitals and giving the doctors lunches because I gotta make them understand, okay, just because we in this virus, other people are doing stuff too, and they're making heart attacks. It's other things that's happening. We gotta treat them the same way. We gotta give them the same situation. So you gotta treat them the same way. You gotta treat them that they need love and they wanna be there and somebody's helping them, because they get into the situation where it's too much going on with me. It's too much. And I can't give everybody the same situation. So now what I'm trying to say is we got to help everybody. Everybody help each other, because we're not going to get out of this like this. Yeah. We're not going to do that. So we got to help each other build a sense of it's going to be help for everybody. Yeah. And that's what I do. And this is where I'm from. Okay. And this is where I'm from, and everybody going to understand that. I rep Oakland every day. I don't care what they say. Where I'm from Oakland. I'm proud of that. Proud of being from here. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm glad I made it up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm putting this on the map all day, every day. Okay. So this is what we're going to keep doing, and I'm going to keep doing that. That's why everybody who got a podcast that's trying to make it up in this Oakland, California, I'll be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bigger than nobody else. It's just that I'm a dude that they gave something to. Yeah. They gave a lot to, and I took advantage of it. But now I'm going to come back and help these guys do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Now you take advantage of this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's it is what it is.
Okay, well, thanks for coming out and stuff like that. Let everybody know where they can find you at Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Instagram.
You know, it's Gary.Payton.20. I'm all on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I do everything, man. Y'all know I don't get out with this old social media stuff. I don't me doing all this crap where I'm in here doing that. So it is what it is. I post the right things. I post the things that I need to post so everybody can get out. I do a lot of stuff, too. I'm on a lot of stuff, so it's all good. Boy, you got the garbage pail. You got the lunch pail, man.
I got to let
You got the lunch
know.
pail, man. Man, look here, man. Boy, you old school, man. That's nice, man. I went there.
How old was you then?
Man, I was about 26.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good, man. But it's all good, man. There you go, baby boy.
Thanks, man.
That's it, man.
And I am L-Deez, also known Lawrence, the motherfucking one, for another episode of I Need to Know. And as usual, come on, you know what I want.